Hey guys, Sweet Tea here. Just want to check in with you, see how y'all are doing today, and drop this small tutorial. Now, in this tutorial, I will be showing you guys how to do the basic bows. We're going to start off with the easy bow. I'm going to show you step for step how to make these bows. So you'll start out with a 4-inch ribbon. And I'm using the Easy Bow Maker, which can be found Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere. And these are pretty affordable. I'm thinking $10 or so. But these Easy Bow Makers come with a ruler. So what I did was I used the ruler to measure my tail. And now I'm just making the loops. And as you'll see, I'm flipping the ribbon in the spindles. So you want your good side down, bad side up. Right here, I'm showing you on the Easy Bow Maker, inch for inch. So you'll choose how big you want your bottom ribbon to be. I chose 7 inches with the 4-inch. So I'm holding my hand tightly so I can stay there on the 7-inch and the ribbon will not slide. So now I'm going to twist again and put the good side to the bottom, bad side to the top. I'm going to also do the same step I did on the opposite side, on the right side. I'm going to hold my hand down on the 7-inch marker so the ribbon doesn't move. Now I'm going to take my hand right here. I try to make sure that the ribbon is coming upward. You don't want it to fold in. You want to keep it up. So right there where the little spindles are, you're going to want to keep your ribbon folded up. And we're only going to use just this for the bottom bow. You're not going to want to use multiple loops with this 4-inch. You're just going to do one loop, one flat bow at the bottom. We will be using several different ribbons in this bow. This ribbon we're using now is a 2.5-inch. And as you're making these easy bows, every time you insert your different ribbon, you're going to want to come down about an inch. So I just put my 2.5 in. I'm twisting good side down, bad side up. And then, as I did before, I'm just holding down the ribbon on each side, coming down an inch with each ribbon that I lay. So again, I'm going to be turning the insides of my ribbon up right there at the spindle. You want to keep the ribbon upward instead of inward. I've had a lot of people ask me how I make my bows. You know, there's so many ways you can make bows. There's no certain way, no right or wrong way. It's, to each his own in my book. But these are just the different ways that I make bows. I do use my hands a lot to make bows, especially when I'm making just your more simple bow. But when I do these types, the Easy Bow and the Terry Bow, I always use my Easy Bow Maker. So this ribbon making is pretty repetitive. You're going to go step for step. Every time you lay one ribbon, you're going to come in an inch. As I come up with the bow, you'll see in just a moment, I'll add more loops just to get the fullness of the bow at the end. So if you'll just watch carefully, you'll see exactly how it's done, and I'll be back momentarily. This is my second bow. This is what I'm calling the terry bow. There is a terry bow out there. Everybody has a different spin on it, but this is my spin for the terry bow. We're going to use a 4-inch ribbon. We're going to start out by putting it down in our spindles and getting our measurements right. The measurements are on the bow maker itself. There is 8 inches on each side. So I recommend using this to your advantage when you are making these bows. Now with the terry bow, you're going to make a loop and a tail, a loop and a tail. And what you're going to do is you're going to make it, as you'll see very soon, like an X. You're going to put a tail and a loop on one side, a tail and a loop on the opposite side. As you bring in your different style ribbons for this bow, you'll do the same steps over and over. Everywhere you have a tail, you will stack a loop. Everywhere you have a loop, you will stack a tail. So I'll sit back and you guys enjoy the ribbon making here, and I'll be back shortly. Now, when you are done making this terry bow, you are going to sit it flat. You're going to put a tail across from a loop, a tail across from a loop, and you're going to fluff all the way up. You are going to cut your ends of your tails, and you're going to cut them down. So for each style ribbon that you laid in this bow, you're going to come down about a 1/2 inch for each tail. You don't want to leave all your tails the same length, because if you do so, then you'll cover up the pattern underneath. So you'll just want to bring each tail down about a 1/2 inch, so you can see all the different tails and styles of ribbon you have in this bow. Again, this is my style on the terry bow. It is the same pattern, but I think Miss Terry uses multiple more ribbons than I do. But this here is just my take on it. It's a beautiful bow. It's good to use around the necks of bears, bunnies, hearts. You can even use this on your door hangers, around the necks of butterflies, bees, anything of that nature. This is the bow for that. This next bow is the infamous Trisha Bow, Miss Sweet Tea. Yes, this is my bow. This is the basic, the standard go-to bow for reefs, door hangers, centerpieces. This is my go-to bow. You're just going to take a 4-inch. You're going to do 8-inch loops on each side. You're going to add a 2.5-inch ribbon on top of this 4-inch. On the 4-inch, I did 1 loop on each side. With the 2.5-inch that I'm laying now, I'm going to also do 1 loop on each side. These are going to have about 12-inch tails on them. I'm going to lay 1 more ribbon on top of the 2.5. This is a 1.5-inch ribbon, and it also will have a 12-inch tail. There is 1 loop on each side. I'm just going to take it, wrap a chenille stem around it, tighten it up, and it is my go-to bow. It is my favorite bow. It works, it's full, it's beautiful, and it gives just the right detail to any centerpiece, wreath, door hanger, anything that you're using. It just gives the right bow for it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was very helpful to you guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Again, that was your Trisha bow. That was your easy bow and your terry bow. Have a good day.